my name is Chris and welcome to my channel. In this video I prepared for you 2-in-1 pattern for playing cards or Magic the Gathering deck box. Also in this video you will see how to skive leather on the edges to make it more flexible even if you don't have belt skiver, and how to modify this 2-in-1 pattern to change its size, and how to get rid of minor misalignments on stitching line. So let's get right on it. First we're gonna build a big box. It's old pattern I used here. You're gonna have updated version online. It's quite simple project. It should take about hour to 2 hours to finish it, and we're gonna use only hand tools. We're not gonna use any stitching machine or skivers or anything fancy, so it's quite beginner friendly project. Obviously you can modify it in quite a few different ways. You can make a camera case from it or something else, but I use it for the deck box. We cut out side panels and main body part. And remember, when you got paper pattern on the leather, mark up the stitching lines, beginning and the end. It will be easier for you later on. If you like that content, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more. We will release some new videos in next year about laser work and maybe a little bit about recording videos as well. So we got all 3 parts ready to go, and now we're gonna do stitching lines. So I use compass tool to mark up the stitching lines, and it's also a good time to get rid of the corners and prepare edges for beveling. Christmas time is around the corner. Let me know and comment below if you're ready for it or you still need to do some shopping. As you can imagine, December is usually busy for us as well, so that's why it's only one video this month. On the inside, bevel the edge only from last stitching line, because that's gonna be our flap. And it's time for side panels. At this point I'd like to count how many holes I need. Obviously depends on what kind of prongs you're using. You can use compass tool if you don't have a prongs, and then use a simple punch tool to punch all of them out. But it takes loads of time. It's better to invest in one of them. It will make your life easier. In this video I use Sinanbrook punching prongs, but they're quite expensive too. You can find cheaper ones. I include an affiliate link in description of this video. By buying those tools from affiliate links you will help support our channel. So it's time for skiving. I use quite thick leather in this project, so I first use compass tool to mark up where I need to skive leather to. Then I use this inexpensive skiver to thinner the edges of the leather so it bends nicely when you stitch it to the front bit. Obviously better tool for that task is a belt skiver, but it's quite expensive tool. To make it perfect after using a hand beveler, you can use some sandpaper to make all even. When you're punching holes on a front bend, you can always compare it to the side panel which you got it already, and you will see if everything fits perfectly. If you enjoyed this video so far, please hit the like button. You can also download this free pattern from our website. And we are ready to do some stitching. If you want perfect amount of thread and you don't want any waste, you need at least 4 times the length you're stitching. I always like to start from a third hole and then come back to the first one. Then continue stitching to the end and do the same at the end. It will make things look same on both sides, and it actually makes things stronger as well in the point where they need to be stronger. I'm not gonna bore you with the whole process of stitching. If you wanna see stitching techniques, I've got video for that as well. When all stitching is done, it's time to work on the edges. So when you work with 3D objects like boxes and bags, which need to be certain shape, it's best to have some kind of mold. In this box I use all the deck box, which is made from plastic. It's quite firm and it will mold the leather into desirable shape. For the perfect finish of the leather edge, I use 180 grit sandpaper. Sometimes I use it even thinner, like 240, for a nice and shine finish when you use Tokonol. If you watch my previous videos, you know I always use it on the edges. It gives you that nice vintage finish on the edge. When I finish working on the edges, I like to place mold into the box and use either bone creaser or edge slicker to shape the box, especially next to the edges, and then leave it for a few hours to sit on the mold. So the big box is finished. So let's say we want something smaller, something to fit 2 boxes of playing cards, for example. I could have created 2 separate patterns for it, but if you wanna see how to modify the patterns, it's better for you to use this pattern, because it's quite interactive. And if you work with it, you can see how to modify different stuff as well. So let's get rid of the red stuff and stick it all together. You will see if we take out 4 centimeters from a side, we need to take out 8 centimeters from the main pattern as well. So 4 centimeters from a bottom of a box and 4 centimeters from a flap part. In this way we end up with a ready pattern. We don't need to move any stitching lines around. So we finished modifying pattern. Now we can quickly run through how we make the playing card box and see the end result for both. If you got any questions about this pattern, please drop us a comment below the video and help us grow on YouTube by sharing this video to your friends. I finished stitching this box and I find out that I made a little misalignment and top of the box is slightly on the angle. I'll show you the quick fix for that. I use wooden foam as my mold in here, so I push it up to the edge and use utility knife to cut the excess off. The utility knife touches the wooden block, so it doesn't damage anything. And with left hand I keep it steady from shifting. And then redone the edges with the sandpaper and a creaser. And look how perfect it came out. Little bit of magic with Tokonol and we nearly finish it. Let's fit the lock in and watch the final result. I hope you enjoyed it.